What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working again on the $800 Lexus GS300. You guys know the story. I bought the car for 800 bucks. For those of you who are wondering, I did get the misfire fix. Unfortunately, after I got the exhaust gaskets in the mail, I put them in, found out catalytic converters are clogged up. So, being that I'm in California, we have all these regulations, so I'm having trouble getting an emission correct catalytic converter for it. I think I found a company for about maybe 350 bucks. I emailed them, making sure that everything it has pretty much it has the specs that we need in order for me to get the car smogged in California. I know California sucks, but what am I gonna do? So anyways, today we're gonna be removing the stock radio, and we're gonna be replacing it with a 9-inch Android car stereo. Yeah, so it's pretty much gonna be exactly like an Android tablet, but it is a car stereo. So you don't need an external amp to run the audio and stuff like that, or Bluetooth or anything. Everything's already integrated into the radio. And let me show you what that looks like. So that's what it is right there. It's a 9-inch built-in microphone. I don't know if you can see that right there. If it'll focus, yeah, it won't. So anyways, it's a 9-inch Android screen. Comes with all the wires. This one actually even came with the backup camera. If you want this, I bought this on Amazon. I do have a 10-inch model installed on my wide body Lexus GS. But yeah, I mean, I love this so much on a 10-inch that I got a 9-inch for this one. The 9-inch is supposed to, based by my measurements, it is supposed to be fitting a little bit better. On my other car, I had to do a few other modifications to it, but it did fit, and it looks awesome. It looks a little bit more, I guess, more up to date, I guess, more modern. But yeah, so basically, we're not going to go into all the details on how to take this off and stuff like that, but basically what you want to do is you want to get a screwdriver or something to pry this on this side, something on this side as well. Put a cloth here and here so you don't mess up the dashboard, and then you just pry, and it'll come off. The ashtray, just pull it open, grab it, and it'll slide out. So in order to get it all the way completely out, it won't go out because of the shifter. Even if I close it, yeah, see it right, the shifter. So just, press this in, throw the car in neutral drive, whatever. Make sure your foot brake is applied so that the car's not rolling on you. So yeah, 1 second, let's do that. All right, so now that the car is in neutral, I mean, you can put it whatever you want to. So now you can get this out. I've already unplugged it, prior to this video, so there's a plug behind it. This one right here. Penny from the previous owner. Law offices, whatever. So yeah, so just, put the ashtray aside. This one as well, I've already disconnected or whatever you want to call it. So 2 plugs as well. Pull it out, unplug them, and then you're able to slide this all the way completely off. Alright, so to remove the radio and the climate control is all one piece. It's bolted on the side with some brackets. To remove that, on top you got 1, 2 10mm bolts. And on the bottom, you have another 2. 1, 2. I'm not sure what's the reason why they're different color coded, but yeah, these 2 are black on the bottom and the top ones are gold. So yeah, what I would normally do is I would maybe the 2 black ones, throw them in here, and then maybe the 2 gold ones, keep them on the dashboard. That way, I don't know why they're different color oriented, but it is that way. So let's get that going. All right, guys. So I have removed all the bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's like this little plastic clip that's on here. If you can pry it out with a screwdriver, it's kind of hard to get in there. So what I just ended up doing is I just ended up pulling on the radio real hard, and it just popped out. You can always just pop it back in place when installing everything. But now it's all off, just pull straight out. I've already pulled it out once. Just kind of So there is 4 plugs. Um, 2 go to the radio, 2 go to the climate, and the antenna, of course. And the bottom one, that was for the ashtray. So let's see. Show you what it looks like in the back of the radio. Like I said, that's the climate, and that's the radio. That's the antenna. All right. So we'll be utilizing some of these brackets on the side of it. We'll be utilizing some of these to get that TV on here. So it'll be kind of like a custom install pretty much, or a custom bracket install. So I'll get this going. I'll try to make it as easy as possible. Well, that's what I'm aiming for, to make it as easy as possible. That way just anybody can go ahead and install this. Also, if you buy a radio kit with the wiring kit, this is not gonna plug and play, because on these cars there's an amplifier. I think it sits somewhere in there. I don't remember. I think it's on that kick panel. I don't remember how I did it on my other GS, but I'll do a video on that. And I'll link it on top. You know, somewhere up here. I'll link it on there, or I'll set it up on my bio. I'm sorry, not my bio. I'm sorry, on the description of the video. But yeah, I'll set up there and I'll show you guys how to do the connection to bypass that amplifier. Keep in mind, it will delete the subwoofer, so your subwoofer will not work. Your factory subwoofer will not work. But if you're doing this kit, I'm gonna do an aftermarket 10-inch subwoofer. So I will be doing maybe like an Alpine Type S or an Alpine Type R. It will replace the stock factory subwoofer that sits on the deck in the back. It's a direct replacement. It fits. And I'm gonna be running an aftermarket amplifier as well. So that's why I really don't care if I delete that factory amp. I did it on my other GS and it sounds 10 times better than this factory. So all right, well, I'll get started on fabricating this. Hopefully I'll get it done, and then you'll see the end piece, how I did it. I'll explain how I did it, and you can do it yourself. And like I said, I'll link where I got the TV from. It's an Amazon link. It'll be down in the bottom. And also I'll link if any screws or whatever I bought from Home Depot or whatever, but I'll show you guys. It'll be pretty much simple, pretty much all bolt on. And so let me get that going for you. What's up, guys? So today's the next day already. Had a few things to do yesterday, so it was Saturday. Today's Sunday. But I did get the screen mounted to the OEM brackets that hold the original radio. So let me show you how I did it. Kind of in the car right now, so hopefully this comes out good. So this is actually the OEM bracket. There's 4 screws that hold the original radio in there. I'm sorry, there's 8 total, 4 on each side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This aftermarket radio or Android screen came with these L brackets. I bent the back because this is too long, so it was overhanging here, and it wasn't going to be able to fit inside. Well, on the dash, it was going to rub up on it. So after I bolted them on, which is 1, 2, that's the actual it's actually threaded. It's the spot for this bracket to hold on to. So you hold it, you bolt it on with the hardware that the screen comes with on both sides, and it actually fits right on the inside if you see it. These are the brackets. Did them on the inside of the original one, and all I did was I came here, I kind of put everything into place where I thought it was going to go, and stuck my hand behind it and I marked it, one here and one there. Then I made a hole with a drill bit. I think it's a 7/32 drill bit. It's very tight. These bolts are 1/4 inch. Drilled one there, same on the other side. That held it in place. Then I came here again, put it on, because I thought it was flat, but it's not. It's actually supposed to be angled in a little bit. So after I angled it in, I made a second mark, pulled it back out, and then I drilled these second holes. These are just 1/4 inch by 1 inch bolts, with a 1/4 inch nut on the other side. You can use the factory bolts that hold the other radio. I think they're like 10-32, number 10-32. I went to AutoZone, they didn't have the nuts. Home Depot will have them for sure. But, you know, AutoZone's only 2 minutes away from my house. Home Depot's about 10. So I just bought these. They had these. So total cost was about $5 for all 4 bolts and nuts. And yeah, give me a second and I'll put this on for you. You can see what it looks like. So that's what it more or less looks like. I haven't pressed it into place just yet. So if you get the same screen and you're wondering, hey Rick, you know, it didn't fit. You know, you told me it fits or whatever. It's not going in because it's hitting on the bottom. It's, you know, it's just a little bit. It's not much. You can tell in here, you know, these aren't seated all the way in yet. It's maybe about an inch. So, just kind of force it in slightly, just like that. So up there, sitting in its place. Down there, it's now sitting in its place as well. You can now bolt it on from there, bolt it on there. Maybe get like some cleaner. This is where the original radio used to sit, the front of it. Put the clock on, just let's put the clock on. Let's the vent. Let's see. Let's get a sense of how this is gonna look. So again, this just goes back in, push in firmly, boom, clips into place, and boom, that's what it looks like right there. Also on the ashtray itself, on the ashtray trim, we are going to have to trim a little bit in order to get it to fit because the TV does overhang a little bit over. No big deal. If you have like a grinder or a sander or any type of cutting that can cut plastic, you can do it that way. I'll show you what that is. So this is the top of the trim. That's the bottom of the TV. It's maybe about, I'd say, it's not much. It's very little. Maybe say about an eighth or so. Eighth, 3/16. So yeah, so you're just gonna put like your little piece of tape, mark it from here, run a piece of tape all the way across. That we have a mounting point. But I mean, just by looking at it, you can tell more or less how more modern it looks. Nice big screen sitting there. So I will be making a video on how to connect the radio itself. I'll walk you through it and I'll show you which wires are we going to be using. Also, I'll be showing you how I'm going to be running the camera, the reverse camera, and how do we make it, activate when you go into reverse. So we're going to take all the proper steps on connecting this radio, and I'll take you through it and I'll show you exactly what I like about it, why I chose it, because I chose it on this. I'm sorry, I chose it on my other car, not knowing anything about it. Once I got it, installed it, loved it. It looks very nice. I like how it feels. I'm sorry, not how it feels. I like the quality of it. It looks very modern. Looks up to date. It's bigger than most screens. Most screens are 7-inch. This one is a 9-inch. The one in my other Lexus is a 10-inch. So there's a little bit more modifications that needed to be done in order to get that one seated in there. Moving the climate around and stuff like that, since it sits higher on that one. But yeah, so I'll make a video regarding how to connect the next. Thank you guys, and see you on the next one.